Hey everyone, welcome back to Damn Tasty Vegan. It's your friend Maria Rose. Today I have 4 vegan breakfast recipes for you. Some of them sweet, some of them savory, some of them high in protein, and no oatmeal. We're gonna make a vegan fried egg sandwich, some vegan French toast, a breakfast casserole. I'm gonna also show you how to make cereal more satisfying and filling. So if you're ready to learn these recipes, let's hang out for a bit and I will show you how. All right, and my kitchen helper is taking a nap, so looks like we're on our own today. Up first is our vegan fried egg sandwich inspired by It Doesn't Taste Like Chicken's recipe. So start out with some medium or firm tofu. You can either cut it up into squares like that, or if you want it to kind of look like an egg, then you can cut it into a circle. Make sure you save that extra tofu and use it in another recipe. Then get your pan nice and hot and oiled and fry up your tofu. Make sure that you season it with a little bit of salt and some garlic powder. Now we take a cup of water and some cornstarch and stir it up before you turn the heat on. You want to make sure the cornstarch is dissolved. And then we add some garlic powder, nutritional yeast, and some turmeric to add some color. Turn the heat on and stir while it thickens. And then you add your black salt at the very end. I like to add the black salt at the end to make it nice and pronounced eggy flavor. The black salt is what's going to give this the eggy flavor, and you definitely have to have this for this recipe. I like to top the avocado with a little bit of black salt. You can find the black salt in an Indian grocery store or order it online. I'll put a link of where to buy it below. I accidentally messed up my teaspoons and my tablespoons and I added too much cornstarch. So the yolk is supposed to be a little bit more runny, but it kind of turned out good. But I'll link the recipe with the right measurements below. And up next we have some vegan French toast. So take a cup of plant milk. And here's a little hack from Nora Cooks. You add a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. This gives the French toast a nice crispy outer layer. Then a tablespoon of ground flaxseed, and I like mine to be really cinnamony, so I add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and then you add some maple syrup and some vanilla. Make sure you stir that up really well, and then let the mixture sit for about 5 minutes to give the flax egg a chance to thicken everything up. Then get some nice crusty bread. I got some homemade bread here. Sourdough is also really good. And then stir the mixture up a bit before you add the bread because the cornstarch will kind of fall to the bottom. Let it sit and soak that up for about 10-30 seconds or so. Get your pan nice and hot and fry up that French toast. I like to fry it about 5 minutes on each side. And you can save the rest of your batter for the next day. It works really well to have this just on hand and ready to go. And I love to top mine with some vegan whipped cream and some maple syrup and some fresh blueberries. Oh my goodness, this is such a good recipe to have on the weekends or just for like a nice relaxed brunch. Oh, it's so good. And it's such a quick, easy recipe, especially when you have the batter made. All right, up next is our vegan breakfast casserole, also called an egg bake. You want to take a cup of split yellow mung beans. Make sure they're yellow. You can buy these online or at an Indian grocery store, and you want to soak them overnight. Yes, don't cook them. You just want to soak them raw overnight. And then you just want to rinse it off nice and well. And to make sure our casserole is nice and fluffy and light, we're going to use aquafaba, and that is just a fancy word for the water from a can of chickpeas. So you just want to separate the water from the chickpeas, and that's about a cup of aquafaba. Add it to the blender with the split yellow mung beans. Add 2 tablespoons of vegan butter or vegetable oil, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some salt, some black salt for the eggy flavor, and some turmeric for the color, and some nutritional yeast for some cheesy flavor. And then we're going to add about a 1/2 cup of water and blend that all up for about a minute because we want to give the aquafaba a chance to kind of fluff everything up. Now onto our casserole filling. I like to use mushrooms and zucchini and bell peppers. I didn't have any vegan breakfast sausage on hand, but I highly, highly recommend you either use like a vegan breakfast sausage or just like a vegan ground beef crumble. It tastes so amazing in this. Then season up with some garlic powder, onion powder, and some soy sauce. The soy sauce gives it a nice umami flavor. Get your casserole dish nice and oiled, and then add a layer of frozen hash browns on the bottom. Add in your casserole fillings. I had some frozen broccoli I wanted to add, so I added that in as well. Broccoli tastes amazing in this, by the way. Then add your batter in there. You want to top this with some vegan cheese. I was out of this, but I definitely highly recommend that you have some vegan cheese, some shredded vegan cheese to go on top of this. And then add some aluminum foil. Bake this at 350 degrees for 40 minutes covered, and then 15 minutes uncovered. And this is what comes out. It's so good. Make sure you let it sit for about 5 minutes before you try to cut into it. I love to top it with a little bit of extra black salt, again for the eggy flavor, and some avocado and salsa. This is a really good breakfast burrito filling as well, or like a breakfast sandwich filling. Super, super good. You could like make a bunch of breakfast sandwiches on like English muffins and wrap them in plastic and put them in the freezer so that you've got like a breakfast sandwich ready to go every morning. Just heat it up. All right, this is how I love to eat cereal. This is a way to make it more filling and more satisfying and delicious. So I start out with like some Raisin Bran, and then I top it with a shit ton of fruit. So I start with some bananas, and then I got this idea from Rip Esselstyn. He puts chopped grapefruit on his cereal. I was like, what? No way. And it tastes actually really good. And then some blueberries, and then if you want to add some extra protein, use soy milk. And I always top my cereal with some ground flax or chia seeds to get that omega-3 fatty acid in my diet. So that's a great way to make your cereal nice and satisfying. So I hope that you really like these breakfast recipes. Eat them with a nice cup of coffee on the weekend or weekdays. And let me know if you had any questions in the comments below. And I will see you all very soon in the next video. Thanks. Bye.